Hello class, this is your first video for Chem 112, Intro to Chemistry 2. This course is mostly for people who are going into allied health, so like nursing, radiology, dental, hygiene, that sort of stuff. I just want to introduce you to Blackboard really quick and sort of how the course is set up, and kind of give you a few things you're going to do for the first week in class online. The expectation is that you spend at least 2 hours a week online doing active learning activities like watching videos and doing homework sheets, that sort of stuff. And then we have our 1 hour in class. And then on top of that, you're going to have homework that's assigned separately from sort of the lecture period. So that's kind of what you should be expecting for a hybrid class. You do just as much work. It's not less work. It's just that we meet we meet in campus only once a week instead of 3 days a week for the lecture. Okay, so the first thing when you go into Blackboard, you're going to log in with your student, the same login that you use for your email. And then the first thing you're going to see when you click on Chem 112, Intro to Chemistry, is this page. So you can see some links on the left-hand side that are really helpful. The first one is the syllabus here. That is kind of your guide to everything that you need to do in order to be successful in the class. So a lot of the time when you have a question like, when's the next exam, or what are we studying right now, that's where you should look. Another useful section is the discussion section. So I'll show you that in a little bit, but we are going to have some online discussions to connect with each other. Your first one is due 1 week from today. It's Wednesday the 18th, so it's going to be due the 25th of January, and basically it's introduction and some input into the course. The sooner you do that, the better. I would prefer that you didn't wait until till the end of the deadline, because I do want to get my office hours out there sooner than that, and I want your input on that. So check out that discussion section, and I'll show you what that looks like in just a sec. There's also lecture notes here. So these are designed to sort of be printed, and then you fill them in as you go through the videos. You can print on campus for free, so I recommend you can go there and print everything all at once. All the lecture notes are posted already, so you can feel free to do that. There's also some practice exams. Now these are exams that I wrote for my on-campus classes, and it's a little different on the hybrid class. So we have chapter exams, and my past in-person classes have had sort of several chapters on each exam, so you might have to fish around a little bit, but it does give you some practice material while you're preparing for your chapter quizzes. You can find all the info you want about me, including a picture and my office hours, my phone number, all that sort of stuff is available right there. And then you can also find my schedule right below that by clicking Instructor Schedule. So that sort of tells you whether I'm in class or if I'm just in lab. And if you have a question and I'm in the lab, you can most of the time come and ask me, as long as I'm not busy. That's fine. So that's one way to know where I'm at and where you can find me. There's going to be video links here for you to use in conjunction with the lecture notes. So these two things go kind of hand in hand. So you'll watch a video and fill in the lecture notes as you go. That will be graded, so you know, every week when we meet I'll be looking at your lecture notes to make sure you're keeping up with the material. This is where the homework is going to be posted. For the most part, we're going to have one homework assignment for every chapter. And similarly, right below that is quizzes, and we're going to have one quiz for every chapter, with just a little bit, one exception at the end. There's one chapter that's very big, so I broke it up. So all in all, we're going to have 11 quizzes, 11 homework sets. So that's the basic structure of the Blackboard site. Now if you click syllabus, it leads you to a link that looks like this. When you click on that syllabus link, it takes you to Google Docs, which is the system that I use, because when I update it, it automatically gives you the new information. So when we change due dates, or we change, maybe we're looking at a different quiz this week instead of the one that was planned, that's where you will find the most updated information, is by clicking on the electronic syllabus. I'm going to give you the same thing on Friday in class in the print form, but of course that's not going to update automatically. So you want to check the electronic one if you have any questions and we've changed anything. Okay, so the next category is discussions. The first discussion is available for you to start posting right now, and again, that's due in 1 week, so January 25th is your deadline for that. We want to sort of hit all three of these points when you do that posting. I want you to introduce yourself. I want you to give me some ideas about what kind of articles you want to read this semester, and I would like your input on my schedule, so we need to schedule some office hours. So the sooner you do this, the better, okay? But the deadline is 1 week from today. If you don't know how to operate the forum, basically you're going to click on, whoops, too far, sorry about that. So basically you're going to just click on this link here where it says Introductions and Input. And when you do, it's going to bring you to a place where you can create a thread. So you're going to click on that, and then you just sort of type in whatever you're thinking. Don't forget to include a title for the thread. And then in the main box, it's kind of like typing an email. So you put a subject, and then you type the main body of the email. Be sure that more or less your punctuation is good and your sentences make sense, because other students are going to be commenting on what you say. So you want it to make some sense. I'm not grading you on punctuation or anything like that, so you don't have to worry too much about it, but make sure it's understandable by other students. So go ahead and you're going to want to post in the introduction forum this week so we can get the hang of how to do that. Next week we're going to start the formal lectures beginning with chapter 13 in the textbook, which is the textbook. It's sort of an orange and red textbook by Krakulis and Peters. It's a custom edition book, so you're going to have to get it from MVCC. You can't order it online. You can get the used version, or if you see someone selling it. I don't use the online code that they package with that, so you don't have to buy it new. And if you're having any problems getting the textbook, make sure you come and see me or send me an email. I have a few copies that you can use in my office as well. Okay, so you are going to need the textbook, and what you're going to do is kind of read the textbook as a preview of what we're going to talk about, and then you're going to watch the video and fill in the lecture notes at the same time. After you've done that, in class each week we're going to do a worksheet on that particular video, and then there'll be assigned homework and a quiz to do online. I know it sounds like a lot, but there's not that many chapters, and we'll be able to cover a lot of material this way. It's very effective. If you need any help with the reading or with how to read a textbook or how to make this manageable, don't hesitate to ask. I'm sure that you're not the only one who's worried about it. Okay, so when you go online to print this, so if you click this link, it takes you to Google Slides, and it'll show all the slides, but you don't necessarily want to print them all as one big sort of slide on each page. So what you want to do is go to File, and then let's see, I think it says Print Settings. It says Print Settings and Preview. So that's the one you're looking for. It's almost at the bottom of the list there. And when you click on that, it takes a few minutes to sort of process, but once you've clicked on that, it'll show the slides, and on the top you can see all the choices you have for how to sort of modify them to make it more visible on the printing. I like to hide the background, and I like to click on the part that says one slide without notes, and I like to turn it into like 2 or 3 slides. It gives me enough room to fill in spaces without using so much paper. And then you just print it, and so you can do that on campus for free in the Learning Center or the library. So you don't have to waste your own ink at home. You could come on campus and do that. But you're going to want to have those actually printed so that you can keep notes as you watch the videos. That's probably the easiest way to approach it. Okay, so for this week, your tasks, number 1 is to post in the forum. Okay, there's a few questions for you to answer there. Number 2, watch this video, obviously, so that goes before the forum, I think. But number 2 is going to be at least print a few of your notes so you're ready to go. And you also have a little mini quiz, which is basically a scavenger hunt across the Blackboard site. So it's just basically to make sure that you watch this video and that you understand how to navigate around Blackboard. So make sure that you do that this week. We're going to meet Friday. Actually, there's going to be a substitute this time because I have in a meeting that I cannot reschedule. So on Friday, we're going to meet. Let's see, where are we? AB 229 at noon. Okay, so that's the classroom. And a very nice adjunct is going to be there. Mr. Newman is going to be there to give you your worksheet. And it's going to be just a review from 111 and sort of preparing us to tackle the first sections of 112. Then after that, what you need to do is to begin working on the videos and the chapter outlines. Okay, so all of that will become available certainly by Saturday. You can begin tackling chapter 13, and we'll meet again the following Friday, and we'll work on worksheets together. I am available by email all the time, so feel free to email me any questions you have, or you can post in the forum, and maybe some of your fellow students know the answers to the questions. There's one more thing. I almost forgot. There's a syllabus quiz as well as the Blackboard intro quiz. Again, that's just to make sure that you read the syllabus and you can follow along with it. And if you have any questions at all, don't hesitate to reach out. My email address is just amiller@mvcc.edu, so use it often, and hopefully it helps you out. All right, so I'll see you guys not this Friday, but the following Friday, and you can stop by my office to say hello anytime you want. It's in AB 222, and I'll see you guys later.